She heals wounds you cannot see, washes fear from memory. When the world forgets its way, she still knows where life should stay. She don't rush, she understands. All beginnings need their plans. If you take, you must return. That's the lesson waters learn. Yeah, mother of the fresh water, she carries life like no other. From the spring to the white delta, she's the beginning, she's the shelter. Yara, spirit of the river, soft and strong forever. If you drink, remember her name. Water is love, water is flame. Hear the drum beneath the stream, heartbeat of an older dream. Leaves whisper, stones reply. Everything is still alive. She's not myth, she's not past. She's the now that's meant to last. If the river disappears, so do all our future years. Yara, mother, water, remember. Yara, mother, water, reminds you watches children learn to swim, teaches balance from within, not against but moving through. That's the way she shows what's true. Every river has a soul, every soul needs to be whole. When you honor where you stand, you honor river, sky and land. Yara, mother of the fresh waters, guardian of sons and daughters. If we listen, if we care, she will always meet us there. Yara, river everlasting, life is what you're casting. From the source to the open sea, your flow lives inside of me. Remember, protect. Yara, Yara, water, Yara, water. Slow my heart, open my head. I don't ask, I listen. I was taught to speak in words, to beg the sky for signs, but the river never answers when you try to own the time. I carried all my questions like stones inside my chest, till the water said be lighter, and my breath did the rest. Every step I try to force only pulled me further away. Then I stopped trying to lead, and the path began to stay. I don't pray on my knees, I don't pray with feet. I let my body listen, and the way becomes clear. I don't pray with my voice, I don't pray with control. When I'm flowing with the moment, the flow is the prayer of my soul. The flow is the prayer. The flow is the prayer. Yeah. There's a wisdom in the waiting, there's a truth in letting be. Every tide knows when to rise without asking permissions from the sea. I try to hold the answers, try to lock them in my No direction, no demand, only trust, only hands open, empty, ready to receive. I've seen temples built in silence, I've seen faith painted in gold, but the deepest revelation is the story never told. It lives between the moments, in the pause before the sound, when the heart forgets its summer and remembers how to ground. I don't chase tomorrow, I don't rewrite yesterday. I stay right here in motion and let the current say. I don't pray on my knees, I don't pray with fear. Every step that I surrender brings a meaning near. I don't pray with my voice, I don't pray with control. When I'm flowing with the moment, the flow is the prayer of my soul. Sit down, feel the ground before you speak. The earth is listening. I was taught to look ahead, to read the sky, to chase the sun, but no one told me the answers are written deeper than the line. I placed my feet upon the soil and felt the pulse beneath my skin. Like every step I ever took was still remembering where I've been. The ground don't rush, the ground don't beg. It holds the truth without a sound. When I stopped trying to rise so fast, the wisdom pulled me down. I hear my name when the earth remembers every scar, every flame, every slow surrender. I feel the call under my skin, the past and now breathing me in. I don't run, I don't pretend, I stand still when the earth remembers. The earth remembers. The earth remembers. The earth remembers. There's a fire that lives inside, not to conquer, not to burn. It only warms what's broken and lights the way to return. The elders never spoke in clocks, they spoke in wind and shade. They said if you listen long enough, the path will teach your feet to stay. I don't ask the road for mercy, I don't force the night to bend. Every circle has no corners, every beginning is the end. I hear my name when the earth remembers every fall, west says rest, south says feel, north says be done. Remember, remember. I was searching for a future, like it lived so far away, but the ground beneath my heartbeat said you've always been okay. The drum inside the silence keeps the rhythm old and slow. It's not asking me to follow, it's reminding me I know. No straight lines in the river, no sharp edges in the sky. Everything that truly matters moves in circles, not in time. I hear my name when the earth remembers every loss, every gain melting into center. I feel the call under my skin, the soil and soul finally blend. I don't run, I don't pretend, I come home when the earth remembers. Yeah. Sit down, breathe low. You are not alone. The earth remembers. The earth remembers. Remembers. The earth remembers. Yeah. The earth remembers. The earth remembers. There's a fire that doesn't shout, it waits. I've seen flames that crave attention, burning fast and turning cold. But the fire I carry inside me never begs to be controlled. It doesn't dance for every shadow, it doesn't rise to prove its light. It stays awake when fear is sleeping, holding ground through every night. Not every fire wants to spread, some are born to stand their ground. A silent guard inside the chest that knows when not to make a sound. There's a fire that stands watch in the center of my bones. It don't run, it don't rush, it knows when I'm alone. No, it don't burn what I love, it don't blind what I see. It keeps the door of my spirit so nothing takes from me. Stand watch, stand watch. I was taught to fear the heat, to keep the flame behind the wall. But cold never saved a soul, only warmth can hear the call. The elders spoke without a voice, they said guard what makes you real. Not every battle needs a blade, some just need you to stand still. Minimum still fire, deep fire. feed it with anger, I don't starve it with shame. I trust the fire that stays with me and never calls my name. Before I speak, I stand. I've been walking like a stranger over places that remember me. Every stone beneath my shadow knows a deeper history. The ground don't ask for promises, the ground don't ask for proof. It only feels the weight you carry and the truth inside your shoes. I was looking for belonging in the echo of my voice, but the soul beneath my heartbeat said you've always had a choice. The ground knows my name before I say a word. Every step I ever took was already heard. The ground knows my name, feels my rise and fall. I don't need to explain myself. The ground recalls it all. It knows, it knows. No straight lines in the mountain, no hurry in the sea. Everything that truly lasts moves at the speed of need. I place my palms upon the dirt and something answers slow, like memory breathing upward from a time I used to know. Remember I don't walk above the earth, I walk within its breath. The ground knows my name and holds me in its depth. And I don't walk above the earth, I walk within its breath. The ground knows my name and holds me in its depth. Feel it moving through your soul. Ancient river, endless road. From the dust where the drums were born, from the night before the dawn, there's a rhythm in the ground, calling every lost heart home. different tongues, same heartbeat, different roads, same rain. Hold the rhythm, don't resist. What is meant will always come. We are the spirits of the flow, carried by a higher sound. When the mind lets go of fear, the truth is always found. We are the spirits of the flow, ancient future living now. What you seek is seeking you. When you bow, you learn how. No rush, no race. Time is just a wave. Breathe in, breathe out. Everything is safe. Echo the drums. Let the bass speak slow. The ancestors dance in the undertow. In the undertow. If the world feels out of line, if the weight is hard to hold, close your eyes and feel the pulse, older than the stories told. You are not the storm you fight, you are not the fear you feel. You are movement, you are change, you are what the river heals. We are the spirits of the flow, written in the stars above. Every step a prayer in motion, every touch an act of love. We are the spirits of the flow, from the roots into the sky. When we move as one again, no spirit ever dies. Flow, let it take you home. Oh, spirits of the flow. Listen, they're moving again. The east wind touched my eyelids, said, wake before you see. The west wind held my shoulders, said, let go before you leave. The south wind warmed my heartbeat, said, feel what you defend. The north wind spoke in silence, said, everything must end. I tried to follow only one, but the sky said that won't do. Balance isn't choosing sides, it's letting all move through. Four winds, one breath, moving through my chest. I don't fight direction, I receive the test. Four winds, one breath, turning me around. Every step is teaching without making sound. East, west, south, north. East, west, south, north. I asked the wind for certainty, it laughed without a face. Said you don't walk to arrive, you walk to learn your pace. The sky keeps no possession, the air owns no belief. Yet everything that lives and moves is borrowing its breath. Turning, shaping, Before the sound, before the fire, before the ground. Before the river learned to run, before the stars called out the sun, there was a silence wide and deep, where every soul was still asleep. No name for sky, no name for land, no time to break, no grain of sand, just empty space and open light, waiting for the voice of light. In the stillness, something stirred, a sacred breath, without a word. It was the breath of the first word, floating free, unseen, unheard, moving through the dark and dawn, calling everything to be born. It was the breath of the first word, soft as wind, strong as truth. Every life, every soul still remembers that first move. The wind learned how to speak our names, carried dreams like gentle flames through the forest, through the bone. Every heart was not alone. The leaves began to dance in time. The birds drew maps across the sky, and every breath inside our chest still answers to that ancient call. Close your eyes and you will hear the oldest voice is always near. It was the breath of the first word, no beginning, no return. From the silence into sound, from the lost into the found. It was the breath of the first word, living wind, eternal sign. What was spoken then still flows through your breath and into mine. Crown, no throne, just moving air and flesh and bone. Speak it softly, don't explain. The wind remembers what we forget. Every prayer is just a breath, every song defies the end. When we sing, the wind sings too, ancient truth made fresh and new. From the mouth into the sky, from the heart where spirits lie. We are echoes, not the sound. We are leaves, not the ground. It is the breath of the first word, still alive in every voice, every whisper, every cry. Is the wind making a choice? It is the breath of the first word, from the roots into the air. If you breathe, you carry it. If you live, it's always there. Breathe in, breathe in. the ground, from the bones of the land. There's a fire in the roots. There's a flame under the soil, older than fear, older than noise. It don't burn what's meant to stay. It lights the truth along the way. When the night forgets the name of the forest, of the rain, that fire rises soft and slow, just to remind the roots to grow. Not every flame comes to destroy. Some are born to guard the soil. If you listen, not just look, there's a fire in the roots. Fire in the roots, burning low, ancient light beneath the soul. Not the kind that turns to ash, it's the kind that makes us last. Fire in the roots, deep and true, living fire passing through. If the ground is still alive, that fire keeps the dream alive. Burn slow, let it glow below. Hold strong, where the wild things grow. When the trees begin to cry and the rivers run too dry, that fire moves under skin, calling balance back again. It walks like a silent snake through the paths we couldn't take. Not to punish, not to scare, just to say somebody cares. If you take more than you need, the land remembers every deed. Still she waits, still she shoots that protected fire in the roots. Fire in the roots, burning low, ancient light beneath the soul. Not the kind that turns to ash, it's the kind that makes us last. Fire in the roots, deep and true, living fire passing through. If the ground is still alive, that fire keeps the dream alive. Hear the drum beneath the ground as the fire making sound. Every spark a memory of what the land used to be. It don't scream, it don't explode, it just walks the old roads. If we fall, if we forget, that fire hasn't left us yet. In the roots, fire, remember, not against us, not above. It's a form of ancient love, teaching how to take less space, how to walk with softer grace. If we heal what we have burned, there's still time, there's still return. From the sea to tallest roots, life is fire in the roots. Fire in the roots, calm and wise, earth reflected in its eyes. If we learn to move with truth, we become the living proof. Fire in the roots, here to stay, guiding us another way. From the ground into the sky, that fire will never die. Burn slow, stay low. Fire in the roots, still alive. Silver on the skin, Judge you watching, let the night begin. Jazzy shows the way. She knows all the phases of the heart and of the tide. When to open like a flower, when to keep it deep inside. Sometimes full and overflowing, sometimes thin as a soft breath. Still she pulls the unseen strings of desire and rest. If you're lost inside your mind, chasing answers in the day, wait until the stars align. She will gently light the way. Jazzy under moonlight, moving like a quiet song. Every feeling finds a place, every right forgives a wrong. Jazzy under moonlight, skin kissed by the sky. If you look into her glow, you'll remember how to try. No need to hurry, no need to prove. The moon don't rush till it moves. Low tide, high tide, she knows when to arrive. What disappears tonight returns alive. Feel it, the pull, the calm, the truth. She teaches love without control, without chains or heavy hands. Like the moon upon the water, never owned but always felt. If you follow her reflection, don't try holding what you see. She will dance just out of reach, so you learn to let things be. Jazzy under moonlight, and she glow inside her frame. Every face is still her face, even when it doesn't stay the same. Jazzy under moonlight, soft power deep and wide. If you trust the dark a little, you will find your inner tide. Moon is rising, breath is slow. Jazzy under moonlight, let it flow. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Before the light, before the day speak, fire she. When the night releases silence and the sky begins to breathe, there's a gold line on the horizon calling everything to be. From the roots up to the leaves, from the river to the flame, every shadow finds its ending when the sun remembers names. He don't rush, he don't fight, he just opens up the eyes. What was hidden learns to shine when the dark gives up its time. Oh, watch it rising, fire in the sky, waking every dream that learned how to hide. Whoa, watch it rising, warmth on my skin. Every broken night starts breathing again. Rise, golden fire. Rise, lift us higher. He walks slow across the morning, painting colors into sound. Every heart that lost direction feels the rhythm coming around. Not a burden but an embrace, not a scream but steady light, teaching life to grow again after every endless night. If you've been living in the ground, holding weight you couldn't drop, let the sun reach where you stand. Even roots were meant to rise. Oh, grassy rising, heat in the blood, turning fear into faith, turning dust into love. Oh, grassy rising, clearing his way. Every shadow learns to fade when the sun decides to stay. No crown, no throne, just light alone. No need to claim, he still remains. From east to west across your chest, a quiet force that guides the course. Feel it on your face, that warmth is great. He reminds us what is living needs the courage to be seen. Every scar becomes a doorway, every ending a beginning. If you honor where you came from and respect the ground you stand, the sun will walk beside you, not above you but as hand. Oh, bright sea rising, soul in the day. Every step you take in truth finds a brighter way. Go, bright sea rising, here to reveal that the power you've been chasing is the power that you feel. Sun is rising, breath is wide.